settle in the groove.
Dialogue like velvet, see the wisdom as it moves. Blending coming round through the tapestry of sound. Casual combo circulates the globe, every voice in view renowned. Balancing the ledger, counting feelings in the sense. Elevating indie dreams, spotlighting each sentence. Bridging worlds with empathy, fluent in the truth. Finance to family, to mental health pursuits. No echo chamber, just reflections in the glass. Connecting dots from present pains to futures built to last. Every episode is sight for unity in subtle blends. Cocos in the rhythm, universal in the end.
Having that casual convo so you don't have to have the tough combo.
Let's start the show.
Hello, welcome to the Casual Convo Show, where we have conversations about topics that affect the community's personal and business relationships. We always have the casual convo, so you don't have to have the tough convo. I'm your host, Coco, and below me is, of course, everybody knows I call him my problem child, and y'all saw on Monday why he is the problem child, because he gets things crunk and started. We have Mr. Quentin Moore, aka Semantic, the iconoclast.
What's up, people? What's going on?
And next to him, we have the mayor of Asheville, one of the best advocates we all know, Mr. Sir Paul, Mr. More Than You Can See.
What's happening, everybody? Good evening.
In the blank face above Paul, we have Baltimore's finest, the best artiste we know, your best personality person, the Jude.
Hey, y'all.
Oh, she right there.
I'm running late, y'all. I'm running late today.
Yeah, what did they say tonight? We're gonna be talking about something to see. I'm kind of proud that it's still going on, that we actually sticking to it. But before we get into that, let's get into the mental health check-in just to get it out the way. I'll go first. Today was a lot. But my mental health is good. I spent a little bit of time with my grandbabies, got some things together. I would say my mental health, I'm in a clear head space, so I don't really have no confuzzleness going on. So I would say today, for this week, my mental health is good. What I doing with Q? You on mute? You on mute? You on mute?
All right, I'm all right. Better headspace than I was yesterday. We got things done. I was getting stuff done, and just trying to maintain. That's it.
Okay, Paul.
Hey, ADAG. Another day above ground, so I'm good. I'm fine mentally today.
Okay, Jude, you with us?
It's fine. I'm chilling, living. I'm here.
Okay. Oh, before we begin, got some good feedback from the I think Monday show did exactly what it was supposed to do. I think it gave a little bit of backstory about everybody. The feedback I got, people really enjoyed it. I guess it answered a lot of questions. I guess everybody became more personable, which is what we wanted. So it's not like we just be up here, talking out trash and there's nothing behind it. And it kind of give a backstory, like we're multifaceted. So that was great. So good job to you guys for coming with questions and all of that good stuff. But y'all ready? So now we get back into the bull crap that pissed everybody off. You ready?
That's what we do.
Y'all ready? Okay, so tonight we're going to talk about the boycott of Asian businesses. So it all started, what prompted this boycott was the verdict of, I'm going to just read what I put on here. The boycott of Asian-owned businesses is a localized economic protest and social movement driven by outrage over the acquittal of South Carolina convenience store owner Chiki Richow and the fatal 2023 shooting of 14-year-old Cyrus Carmack Belton. The movement gained national traction on social media and in local communities following the verdict that cleared Chow of the murder. And we all know, but I'm going to add on to that because what they missed was Also, what really prompted it was not only that, but there were a few um, Asians who took to social media, made viral videos that went viral, pretty much. What's the word I want to look for? um, Degrading black people, the black community, saying that we couldn't own our own businesses. We would pretty much we would be nothing without them. And who would we go to for like our nails, our hair, and all of this and all of that? And pretty much was like, we dare you, boycott us. So the African American community accepted the challenge. So what we see was going on, it took a trickle effect all over. So people really started to support black owned businesses. We start seeing the influx on social media of the black community networking and socializing amongst each other and pretty much sharing information. Even if you weren't in the state and you had an online business, they were willing to support instead of going to one of the Asian buildings that has pretty much, I don't want to say consumed, that's such a harsh word, but it consumed our communities. Like wherever you go in any black community, there are Asian owned stores.
Infiltrate.
Infiltrate. There you go. That's what I wanted to say. Infiltrate. But you know, they infiltrate the community, and it's pretty much in every community. In every community, whereas though it has become a convenience. Before I get into what else I was getting ready to say, I just want to get your thoughts on that right now because I don't want to jump the gun because I know I get on y'all about it. So let's start. Let's start because I know this is Paul Lane, and I know Paul like these kind of topics. So we're gonna start with you. What are your thoughts so far on how it started? How about the boycott overall?
Well, it probably should have been started when the first Asian that I can remember killed a little black girl up there in New York. So it should have been started then. But it's better late than never because, hey, why you want to give somebody your money? I mean, this. Why you want to give somebody your money that doesn't support you in nothing that you do? No kind of way financially, emotionally, nothing. They don't support you in nothing that you do. Why give these people your money? They talk about you crazy in their little language while you're in their businesses. I wouldn't trust them bringing my food to the table. If I can't keep my own, if you can't cook right here in front of me, I don't want nothing you fix back there. I mean, no, I'm not going to support these people. They don't support the black community. So the boycott need to be a little bit stronger. So it's going pretty good. Like I said, down here, we just had three Chinese restaurants shut down right down the street from us over in Hendersonville. So hey, put that pressure on them. Hey, we got our own little black hair shops and all that stuff around here. We don't need them. We need to depend more on ourselves. Don't worry about who's doing what, who's making this and whoever. Just support each other and keep that money amongst ourselves. Keep boycotting them, keep shutting down. And then maybe Mr. Charter and them started, let's get some of these buildings they vacating. Since y'all have some business in them, maybe we can go ahead and get them business they vacating. But yeah, I'm all for it. More power to the black people. Keep putting that pressure on them. I love it.
Q.
I mean, it's great. But the question is, how you going to replace all of that? You know what I'm saying? Is everybody going to be really ready to put something in place of that? Because that was money generated in that neighborhood, that community, even though it wasn't going towards anything we are involved in. How are we going to step in and how are we going to distribute the funds that need to be enhanced in the community? The problem is with us, we're more consumer based than producer based. And it's great that, this is going on, but, what are you going to do to replace it? That's like I tell people all the time, okay, everybody's talking about, yeah, I want to overthrow the government. All right, what do you want to replace it with? And they go silent. because you have to replace it with something. And you know, what can we put in place? I mean, like I see a lot of Jamaican restaurants around here. Cause like where I travel with my Lyft and all that, it takes me all over Atlanta and Atlanta Metro. And I've been to the spot called like the city of Lithonia, the city of Lithonia, which is DeKalb County, and that is like Jamaica over there, like the country of Jamaica over there. Ain't no but Jamaicans over there. You see Jamaican restaurants over there. That's all you see over there. Where I live and where my aunt lives and in Snellville, it's all Haitian, right? It's a lot of Haitians. But I'm not seeing any Haitian restaurants. I'm not seeing any Haitian um, hair salons. I'm not seeing anything dealing with the Haitian community that we could go, break bread with them. I don't know if they will they'll accept our money, but are they gonna spread love back to us? That's the main question. You know what I'm saying? That's the main question. That's where the the classism and segregation starts really taking into effect because black people segregate themselves a lot of the time, and that's a true statement. It ain't just black against white. It's black against black too. You gotta watch your own. So we gotta figure out what we're gonna put in that place to make that money so that we can like have our own economic stability. Because right now there's nothing there other than um, you know, maybe one or two black owned hair salons. And of course they get jerked out of everything because of the rent, the price of the products they need to sell to try to maintain the lease on the building. There's a lot that's going into it, so we got to figure out how we're going to come up with a game plan to support all this stuff.
Well, I thank God. Let me respond. I thank God that we have some young entrepreneurs around here because even though we might not have no black business downtown, we still got some that's on the outskirts. They down on the outskirts of downtown. Now, like the black hair salon we got here that's owned by the young lady. See, she don't go through them people to get her hair stuff. She's a distributor herself of her hair and all that stuff. So she got, like I said, hey, we got people right here that does it. My thing is they just ain't downtown where the money's going. That's my thing.
Can
But then
I
they, oh, I'm going to.
can I address a couple of things? Q brought up some points that I just wanted to address. You mentioned economic stability. I think that starts now because what's happening is not that what we are seeing is it's not that we're just not just boycotting their businesses. What I've been seeing, especially on whether it comes to social media or just talking to people, you see people pointing people in the direction of black-owned businesses. So when we say how do we put that back in the community? It starts with our families because those people are in business. Even like back in the day when you had the corner person on the corner store that was black owned. Yeah, it was a family owned business, but it went into the community because guess what? We all network within each other. When you spend within your own community or whatever, we build the black community that way. The same way when we go into these other stores, no matter who it is, whether it's Asian, whether it's African, Haitian, Indian, whatever, you always see their own being a delivery person. They make it their family business. So I think that's the first place to start. So nothing is going to happen overnight. It's not going to be this, oh, boom, now we got Black Wall Street over again. But I think right now the most important step to take is this one right here to understand that we need to redirect and reset the black
Well,
dollars back into the black community, which is what's happening, I think, now. So like I said, even if it's somebody that we may see online or whatever, I'd rather get it from that person and support them than put it there because we always say we gotta we need to spend amongst each other.
Right, but you have to understand.
Hold on, let me finish. But we have to spend amongst each other in order to start it. And there's a start, and it's growing, and it's lasted longer than anyone, including other Black people, thought that it would. And the fact that it's still going and it's still going strong is very impressive, and it says a lot about the mentality and the mindset of the Black community today. Then also, when you mention like the Haitians and all of them, most of them don't support the Black community. They know that we spend money, and what we're learning, and what we also see is we're not pointing people to them either. We point them to each other. And so with that start, and if it continues to go and continue to grow, we can start to all build. That's how we start to build generational wealth for our own community. And
Yeah,
it's
but you know what though?
but
Let me say this. Let me say this. The issue is institutions, right? Everything in this country is rooted in institutions. We need Black banks, which is few and far between.
mhm.
We need Black infrastructure, which we really don't have. That's the main two. I
But
forgot
we
what the
gotta
third
start
one was.
there, though. I hear what you're saying, and I do agree. But again, I think this is the perfect start to bring us together so that we can start to get there. Because I believe there's like maybe one or two or something like that for us, like Black-owned banks. But wherever
Hmm.
they are, but I'm quite sure once we start to do that, and like I said, and it keeps going, it's not going to be this big thing overnight. But
No, it's not.
but we can't put doubt in it either. We just got to keep it strengthened, keep supporting, and keep whatever. Like, don't doubt, but keep putting out those nuggets. Like, yeah, we gonna, but let's work towards this. You know what I mean? Like, we know we know we need to do it, but we got to get to a place together where we can back each other to get it. Because even one thing about Black Wall Street, when Black Wall Street was out, I did not mean to say that like that. Lord Jesus. When we had Black Wall Street, what they had was unification. We supported each other. Now we're doing better, yes, but we still got a little bit of ways to go. So I think we're taking the right steps now to becoming community and unified, where so we can get to that place.
Y'all better catch up.
What you say, Paul? Paul, go ahead and speak.
I said, y'all better catch up.
Yeah.
Our people need to catch up. They really do. Because they're behind. This has been coming on forever. I mean, the signs have always been there. People got too content with the gimme, and I'm getting this. And they forgot, hey, what it feel like to go out and get something. So now it's time for you to wake up and stop thinking about give you and help give to others that's doing something, business, whatever, give to them. Support them because it's gonna come back to you. You supporting them Asians and Hispanics and uh Ali Boo and all them down there, the joint down there. You supporting them when you could be supporting your own people in your own communities doing things. Like you say, it's a bunch of people doing businesses online. And evidently they're doing pretty good business because they've been on there for quite a while.
Yeah, because having a brick and mortar now is expensive, and when we think about,
Mhm.
especially in the economy, online, well, digital is taking over anyway. So the online presence, not only, I think it's probably more beneficial because not only are you getting your community, you can expand to anywhere as long as you ship it. You know what I mean? And you can bring in more consumers, and we can touch more people. So I think the online thing, I think they're getting it right with that. And if you, so, and we do have some, I know we have quite a few um Black owned business owners who have like brick and mortars here in Baltimore who do both, which I think is also very impactful because you also have
Mhm.
the option to go in person if you ever
Mhm.
come in town or if you're from there. or let me just go online and get this real quick.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna go off for 1 second. We
Go
had a
ahead.
festival. We had a festival not too long back, and we had some people from, I think it was from Bowie, Maryland, somewhere through that way. And these people bought the whole doggone kitchen and set it up outside. I mean, the big deep fries, the grill top. They had fryers. I mean, they had everything. They just had the whole kitchen out there. Hot boxes. They took up a whole area, but I mean, they came for business. And they probably made money, but the attitude was kind of shaky.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, I mean, it can be done. People can do. People ain't nothing stopping nobody, but they themselves, themselves. I got a little country there. They selves, themselves, themselves. Hallelujah.
Question. How do y'all feel about, I know I mentioned the videos that were going out by I think I spelled all that wrong because I can't hardly say. But J we went over that in the beginning. But about them saying like I know at least the one that really sparked it, he was like, we lazy. We can't start. I don't know what rock he was under, but he was pretty much saying we can't have businesses, not successful businesses. We don't have pretty much calling us stupid, idiot, and ghetto. So many words. And what are your thoughts on that? So if you when you see some things like that, but in hindsight, I also do want to say there were also Asians who were like, we don't support that, don't do that. So do you think it was a let me say something to save our business, even if we don't feel they may feel like that, but they don't want their businesses affected because they didn't come forward? What do you guys think?
I don't, because uh, people gonna talk anyway, and you can't let people affect you on what you're trying to do. That's the problem. We listen to what other people keep telling us what we can't do, what we can do, instead of actually just going with our gut and just doing it. That's what we hold ourselves back
Oh,
a lot of the time. We hold ourselves back because we so busy trying to. Well, what does Janie think? What does Shaquana think? I don't give a damn what Shaquana thinks. I don't give a damn what Janie thinks. I'm going to do it because this is the right thing to do. That's going to secure my future, secure the future of the community, blah, 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 blah. Sometimes you just got to just say, fuck it and go for it. And yeah, I emphasize the word fuck it and go for it. Because at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, it's not going to make a damn bit of difference anyway, because when you dead and gone, you dead and gone, then you can't take back what it is that you were trying to do and say, oh, I wish I had did this, I wish I had did that. It's too late at that point. Sometimes you just have to just throw caution to the wind and just do it. Prove them wrong.
Mhm. Can I
And
address this one? Or well, can you address this one comment from y'all friend? Because he y'all friend with this one.
who?
J Bear.
J Jackson
Yeah,
8732
Jay Bear's a friend of mine.
on
He's a
YouTube.
friend of mine on Facebook.
On YouTube. He said no, he wasn't. So he's agreeing with the Asian person calling us lazy. We can't have businesses. We don't know what we're doing, and we are nothing without them. So he's agreeing, which I'm shocked about this one. Y'all want to address it, or do you want me?
Well, I don't know what kind of Asians J Bear dealing with. Maybe he dealing with them soul brother Asians and all that kind of stuff. I don't know.
Hold up, he's saying no, no. So I want him to. I want to out. Yeah, let me see if the link will post because yeah you
Okay. He was getting ready to get a new one. I mean, I love you dearly, my brother, but you get ready to get yourself a new one if that's the way you feel.
Yeah. Can you see the link? Let me see if you can see that link, because I need to know about this one before I go in, because y'all know it's sitting on the tip of my tongue, ready to like spill out.
I got
And
to leave for me.
and,
I
and,
got to
and
leave.
I'm just like, nigga, what? Like, what the fuck is he talking about? Hold up. Yeah. So J Bay, click the link. I'm sorry, Jay Jackson. He Jay Jackson on the demonstration. Click the link, because I'm gonna let you explain that one, because I need to know what you meant by that. Oh, it's say Mark watching. Hi, Mark. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Who was talking? Q. Or did he go? Did I freeze? What happened?
I had to go and blow my nose.
Oh,
That's what happened to me. I didn't want to do it on camera. Yeah.
Is J coming up?
she's not up yet, but you can go because you haven't going yet. If you up, I just need somebody. I need people. I just need people to came up because I'm the
I
only.
don't remember what y'all was talking about. Because y'all kind of, what y'all talking about today? The supporting Asian businesses. I mean,
Yeah.
I agree. I agree
No,
with
no, no.
Q. I agree with Q, and I heard some of J Bear's statement. I don't agree with him, but I think I kind of understand what he's saying. I agree with Q saying about the what we gonna put in place. We always so quick to talk about, oh, we need to do this and we need to do that, and then we don't have nothing there, and it do take away from the community. Um, we always want to, destroy, 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 along with us destroying our communities, but we don't never think about the replacement. We always doing stupid stuff in our neighborhood to make them take stuff out the neighborhoods. And then the little bit of stuff that is in the neighborhood, if it is anything that's black owned, it's hella expensive. Or the service is trash. So I understand. We do need to stand for something, but it's starting to get harder. It's like it's hard to just completely cut it out. You feel me? Because our community ain't worth a damn at times. And I do agree that things are changing. Y'all know I'm all for the younger youth. The older community don't get no credit from me for that. Because it's the younger people. The older community was the gatekeepers for a long time. Hiding secrets and all that stuff, not passing stuff along. But the younger kids, they came up and they got sick of that mentality, and they start putting their friends on. That if my friend is the one that sell hair, all of us get hair from this one. If my friend do makeup, all of us get our makeup done by this friend. If my homeboy cut hair, all the homies go to this homeboy and get their hair cut. The young kids learned that from all the older people's selfishness and the gatekeeping. And now the older people is getting on board with that too. But it comes from generations of us losing our way as to why we in this predicament now. We can keep blaming everybody else for it, but they used to fight all the time, and I ain't not necessarily just fist fight. They used to fight, and yeah, they used to come in our communities and burn them down and all stuff. The odds always been against us, but we've always been resilient. Somewhere in time, we got comfortable and tried to fit in, and that's our problem.
I agree, but I also would say, to add on to this, I'm gonna say over the last 2-3 years, I have encountered some great black businesses. I'm not going to take away from that, and I like to highlight those who do have good customer service. And I think those ones who we may come across that may have bad customer service, it kind of overshadows those who do have good businesses. In the same way that we shop at other stores, and we go in a corner store where it may be an Asian person or whoever that can get smart with you and cuss you out and do, or go have it back and forth, but we go right back to that one. So I think that mentality needs to change too. So we want to hold people accountable for bad customer service and where we spend our money. Why is, I mean, I'm not saying you should supposed to accept it, because I don't. Because once you treat me wrong or act like my money not good enough, I never come back to your establishment. I don't care who you are. So, but I do think we are starting to get it right as far as our business mindset and how we're networking, and even with seeing that. So again, what I do think that this has done is we're slowly but surely I can see change in that we're coming together, and it's going to take steps. But those ones who are bad, I mean, take the criticism. We can give up. I'm not going to give up on them. Hopefully, they get it right. You know, some people still gotta learn. But I wouldn't take away from those businesses as great, and I wouldn't say that we can't have business because there are a lot of successful Black businesses. I just have a mindset of I'm not going to take away from those who are doing the damn thing and doing great and that's trying to make this thing work. And like I said, from what I've seen on my algorithm, communities all over coming together from state to state. But it be the doubters. We can't put it down before it even gets started because that can be discouraging as well.
Whereas one of those older people, I do my best to support all the Black business that I know that are about something in my area. I love supporting my people and putting them out there. Then people know who these people are and what they do. Because, like I said, people need to catch up. I'm not no gatekeeper. I'm the one trying to kick the gate down. I've been keeping the gate open, not blocking it, but open it. Because that's the only way. That's the only way people. If you ain't got no brick and mortar, and you on social media, and people see you on social media, then when they see you somewhere, you have an event or something like that, then they gonna show up. But not having no brick and mortar where you can actually have say, well, this is my business address and whatnot. This is where I'm located at. You gotta depend on other people to promote you. You gotta promote yourself for one thing, but you gotta depend on other people to promote you as well. You gotta promote each other. They can't. You gotta work with each other to build up something.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's what I'm saying. People say, well, damn, you support these people, you support them, but you don't support them. Those are not our people. Why should I support them on my page? I'm not gonna do that. They don't support us on their page. I don't see nobody. I don't see nobody on the Asian page talking about, well, you need to go down to the Ray Ray's Chicken Shack down there on third and fourth of Boston and all that kind of stuff. I don't see nothing like that. I don't see it in the Hispanic restaurants and on their page saying go over there to Miss Sister's Soul Food Restaurant down there on Mumford. I don't see that. I mean, people do what they do. I mean, that's on them. But for me, I'm supportive of my people. Period.
Yeah, I think that, but I think that even still, I don't agree. That's why I said I don't agree with nothing that that man said. I don't care. I feel like it's bad business people all over the world, but
Yeah.
we support them anyway. We support people who say they don't like us, that they don't make our shit for. I mean, their stuff for us, and we still will go out and spend 2,000 to 3,000 and 1,500, 100, whatever dollars. We don't question nobody else's prices, but our own people.
That's not true.
I'm
The majority of us do
let
not
me finish.
question. The
No,
majority of us do
no,
not question.
I get it. Let me finish. What I'm saying is, we when we make, but these are things I'm going off of what this man was saying, and I'm talking about the video. But
Mhm.
when we make statements like, okay, the stuff is high, this is and the third, people will sit here and say they don't fuck with Black people. I'm sorry, I ain't gonna say that. They don't mess with Black people. They don't do this. And the same people, and I even know people who go and buy the stuff. I'm like, they don't even like us, right? They say the stuff is not for that. But you'll go and spend that, but you can't spend 25 or $30 with somebody else that might have you want a t-shirt. No, I'm gonna go to this place and get the t-shirt. And you might spend $50, but you won't spend 25 or 30 with the other person. I'm not saying all of them, but I'm just saying it's a lot of us that do. And
Yeah, I'm saying I'm speaking up for the very few of us who I don't discriminate. It don't matter, black, white, blue, or purple. If your service suck, your service suck. And if
That's
and
everybody.
if I feel as though while I'm trying to spend my money with you and in in the middle of getting ready to make a transaction, um you want me to withdraw my transaction, color don't matter. You
mhm.
know,
I said
that's
that.
what I think. And wait a minute, I feel like this. The moment we start don't get me wrong, I agree with everything y'all said. But the also another issue with the Black community is we get real defensive when we point out the fact that majority of the black business and community and stuff are just now getting on board with we all started agreeing with the customer service. It has been trash.
Yeah.
Black people had their own, as a black person, I feel like, who love to support black businesses, was turning me away from it. But when I'm put in a predicament where I need something and I can't find the black business, I'm going to get what I need. I'm not going to go without, because there's not enough of us having some things. And that makes me mad. And then when you do find it, because they overcharging the black people, now they triple charging us. So it make you go somewhere else.
Can I add in?
All black people doing the same thing. Everybody making t-shirts, doing hair, cutting hair, party promoting. Everybody doing the same thing.
Can y'all hear
and
me?
as far as the banks,
Yeah,
last thing, as far as the banks, because y'all said something about the banks.
Oh, that's all.
Only like it was like 3 or 4 families that actually own the money.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Every time we try to get into something, the people that we really should have been trying to get into want beef with us. The people who have the same, everybody that's brown skin or black skin, beef with us too. But the moment we point out something about us, we always talk about, well, we do it, we still go here, we don't go here. Everybody don't. It's just that it's harder to deal with it when we push us to go to us, and you get the same treatment from your own people that you get from everywhere else. I'm going to go where it's cheaper. I'm just saying.
My bad.
We need some of this southern hospitality from down here then. Because our people around here got great customer service. Y'all done dealt with Wendy and Tiffany and other people like that. Our people got great customer service skills. That's southern hospitality. I don't know how it is up there, but evidently it ain't too cool.
No, but
yeah.
let me get to that real quick.
Can I add,
Hold on, it's only take 1 second. In the beginning, when we first started, that's why I said when I look on those after that man made that statement, and everything that I saw talking about the black boycott, what you saw in those comment sections were there were people who have the businesses and that we might not have known that was out there that we can support. I just need everybody to stop going off at the same time. To support each other. So what I'm saying is, I think with this, for me, a positive outcome is that we are seeing that there are black businesses that have other things that we may need that we can get it from. So if a person is an online shopper, now you know where to go. So I think those threads, because like I said, I go through the comments and I go through certain stuff, and you start to see businesses pop up that's black owned, whether it's a convenience store, whether it's whatever. I just saw a lot of different stuff, and I was like, oh damn, they got that over there. Oh cool. And then they actually have websites that you can go to and purchase. Go ahead, Boycott.
I kind of caught the end of things. I'll be honest with you, I'm kind of on Jude's side, because I've seen business and I disagree that the Southern hospitality. Because I'll be honest with you, since I've been down here, I've seen the worst customer service I've ever seen among our people, straight up. And even I've seen it. And our problem is, like, I took business. That's part of my degree. Mm-hmm. And what our people is, we don't study business. We don't study marketing. We just start a business, and we don't try to find like I think you said it. Everyone's doing the same thing. Mm-hmm. Everyone's doing the same thing, and then they get met. We compete against each other. I've seen stores that we had that we just destroyed, and I go where the price is cheap, and our people just keeping it 100. We upcharge our people. We can go to a white store and find something for $1. Go to an Asian store to find something for $1. Arab store find something for $1. You go to a black store, it's $1.50, it's $2. It's cheap at 100. We up, and then we always want. When I say we, I don't mean us in the whole. I want to get that. I want to get that clear. I don't mean all of us, but stereotypes come from some type of truth, and we always ask for a hookup. We get mad. We don't get. Oh, you want to hook me up? That's the first thing. And we are the worst enemy to our own businesses. Now, as a boycott, I don't know where we are in the rubric. I'm
That
just
was
going by.
supposed to be the bite. My just only thing I was saying was I try to highlight the ones that do good business. I'm not saying that ain't no, and I said it in the beginning. I don't support nobody who act like they don't want my money. I don't care who you look, what you
Well,
look like. But I'm
yeah,
not gonna spend my money also with somebody who I don't care if you got a good product and they say you don't make yourself for me, you won't get my money either.
no, I agree. I agree. I mean, of course, some of Paul's in his too. I mean, I agree, but I just feel I'm more about accountability. We gotta look at us before we look at anything else.
Well, I'm selective in who I support because I don't just support anybody because they're black. You gotta have the personality skills to deal with people and be correct with people. You treat people like they matter because they do. You don't
We
treat them like you have to. You treat them because you need to.
we got the worst customer service. We got
And as far as customer service, oh,
But
I'm glad you mentioned. Hold up, because
some
hold up, because
customer service.
because
Hold
hold up, please.
no, hold on for 1 second, because I
um
feel like we putting too much like on the ones that got bad business, which there are some out here. I agree with y'all on that, and there are some that need to do work, but we do have some great black business owners. I,
yeah, we do.
I've done business with some,
Oh yeah,
so that's my only thing.
yeah.
Okay, well, back to what Bosco said though about people not going somewhere over here for $1, and then the black people getting sent for $1.50. But nobody's complaining about them people down there at Greens, Habib and them going to the dollar store buying something for $2 and selling it for $5, and it's old and stale sitting on the shelf. Nobody's saying nothing about that though, but they going down and spending their money down there. So you gonna complain about somebody black selling something for what, $1.50, maybe $2. But these people down here going down here to the dollar store, straight dollar store, buying stuff and putting it down on the shelves and selling it to the people in that community, the black community. So no, I'm not gonna say black people are jacking the prices. Like I say, it's all about who you support.
I think we over.
Everybody's not out here trying to beat everybody out of money. I mean, the people that I support, like sisters, Kira and them, they got reasonable prices for their food down there, and their food is good.
No,
Tiffany the baked cakes.
they talking
Her
about
cakes are awesome.
to put like if let's say if you go get I'm gonna use a t-shirt. Let's say if you go to let's say the Asian corner store because we want Asians and they may have a t-shirt for let's say $10, right? You may have a black owned store maybe across the street or up the block. They may want 25, $30 for the same white tee. I think
Yeah,
that's what they're talking about, and
yeah,
I do agree with that. Like
yeah.
there are some black businesses that do that, and then it's like they want to have an attitude. You can't overcharge and have an attitude at the same time. I do
Because
agree with that.
we don't study business. We don't study marketing. We don't. I've seen so many people out there do. Once you say, "Nah, I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that." Dude, you got to know your market.
Hmm.
But you got people with white tea online. Look online. You can purchase a white tea online from people, from
Black
young
But
people. It
ain't the
ain't got to
only
be that much.
that's
but
rude in business, though. I would just say that too. Black people ain't the only ones in business. I walked into a hip hop chicken up here by where I live at, up by Liberty. Is that Liberty Road? What's that? What's that at? By where Park Heights and Ricerstown meet. That ghetto up there. It's so ghetto up there. Anyway,
I know about Righteous now.
I walked in there and the pies. I like sweet potato pies. Their pies had mold on them, and that's not even just a black community. That part down there is the black community because it's by the college and all that. It is, now I think about it, it's by the black community. But I told them people, I said, hey, y'all selling molded pies. Y'all need to get the pies out of here. And I ain't get no food out there. I ain't been to that restaurant since. It took one experience for me to go in there and see molded pies. You feel me? I went into the other one and it smelled like they had a sewage problem.
Oh,
I'm just saying, like, they ain't the only ones. That black people ain't the only ones with nasty attitudes, and they ain't the nastiest when it
No,
comes to
no,
customer service.
but Idris is right about
There you go. I'm gonna bring it back to what we was talking about.
he's right about us not studying how businesses work and marketing. We don't even have a business plan.
Nope.
9 times out of 10, we just say,
Nope.
"Oh, we're gonna start a T-shirt business." Okay, who's your market? Who are you marketing to?
You know how that
What?
food.
But that goes into that gatekeeping thing that we talked about a couple of shows ago. We've done shows that talked about this, and
Yeah.
marketing gate, but that also goes into gatekeeping also as well because
It's
we
not so
are,
much gatekeeping though,
it
Coco.
definitely no, it
It's
is
not so.
because
No, it's not,
hold on, I'm gonna tell you
because
why.
the
No,
information is out there. That's why you have
it's
the
not about
internet.
that. I hate when we do that. That's the main thing right there. I really hate when we do that because if I have a business and I know you want to go in business and I see you might need a little bit of help or you go on the wrong way, what we'll do is we'll sit and watch the next person suffer instead of saying, "Hey,
Right.
see X,
But
Y, and Z, and let me point you in the right direction." Because you know what, doing this, a couple people told me this, and regardless of what is saying stuff online, show me where to look because I didn't know to go. You want to tell you who told me where to go and walk me through it and didn't gatekeep information? Rich.
but
But
you
anybody else
also
that just
have to.
say, "Oh, it's always out there," just because people think everything is just so. That really pisses. I hate statements like that. But
No,
instead
no,
of
no, no, no.
saying
Hear
to
me
the
out.
person,
Hear me out on this. The information is out there now,
you know,
much more so than it used to be because of what? The internet, right? The internet is wide open for anyone.
the internet was wide open when I started this, but I didn't know there was specific places that I could go to for key things of what to do in startup, what to do in certain things. That's what I mean when I say gatekeep. And there were people who knew and was like, I had to figure it out. You figure it out. Why not just say, hey, maybe try to look on this thing and this may help you out, or maybe try this and help you out. There were some people who I met who was on just gonna have to figure it out, knew the information, knew where to tell me where to start, but didn't. And then there were some people that say, well, you might want to look into this. It kind of worked for me because some things had changed and this is and the third. That's what I mean when I say gatekeeping information. Sometimes you can just point a person in the right direction and it be right there. Everything ain't always as easy as what some people see. Some people may need it, but they also, my thing is they have to receive the information. That's the word that we need to probably use. But you do have people who have a gatekeep in our community key information that could help somebody. And that could be the whole marketing thing. If you know you want to have a lot of people don't know about a business plan. I didn't. It's a lot of stuff that a lot of people don't freaking know that we think people know. Everybody just don't know.
Y'all calm down.
No,
But
I'm
listen,
just saying you not get passionate about that. Well, I'm sorry.
but you know what?
It's 110 degrees in the shade.
You,
But you over there, can I get a glass of lemonade?
Q, Paul just made my point. You know what? You know what my point was? We are our worst enemy. We are our worst. Y'all just literally made my point. We are our worst enemy when we can come to our community because we got people who gatekeep. The information's there, and some people don't know, but people won't tell each other. We do that to us. True, there are communities that do certain things, but why do we constantly worry about other communities? That's
Definitely.
our problem. That's our problem. We compare ourselves. Well, white people do it. Well, the word I want to say is we always do that, and we sitting there waste so much time comparing ourselves to them. That's our problem. That's why we are our worst enemy. Because we worry about them too much. We pass the blame too much. And we don't look at ourselves, okay, why aren't we doing this ourselves? Why? Because we got gatekeepers. We got people who don't want to listen. And those who don't want to listen will do things on their own, then the business fails.
Yeah.
That's us. We got to stop putting blame on everybody else and say, look, y'all, we've been doing this. Look at our own. I live right here, and I can bring up a situation. The Juneteenth situation a few years ago when I told everybody, don't listen to this dude. He's robbing. Everybody in this town called me an outsider. Mind your business. Guess what? Who was right?
Hold up.
Me.
You got muffled a little bit. Say the
Okay. When I try to tell people about Juneteenth, I said, look, y'all, this guy gonna try to teach y'all. Y'all chill. Don't listen to him. Nobody listened to me. They said, you're an outsider. You're not from here. My family roots are from here. I've been here for years.
Did you say Juneteenth? I'm trying to because it's muffled to me.
Juneteenth. Yeah, Juneteenth.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Nobody listens to me because they call me my own people. No, my family from here called me an outsider. But guess what? I was right.
Mm-hmm.
We are our own worst enemy, and when we realize we are our own worst enemy, we'll get our act together. But like Bernie Mac said, when the people went to heaven, God had him get. He
Please,
said,
you got, I'm sorry, hold on 1 second. Whatever you have in your background, I'm gonna put you on mute. Please turn it off.
"Yeah, I'll come back to it."
No, not you, not you. I'm talking
Oh,
about Jack because he
oh,
came a bunch of
oh, it's like Bernie Mac said. God said, "If you can ask me a question that I can't answer, I'll let you have it." And he said, "When will black people stick together?" And he said, "Open the gates." Open the gates. We are our worst enemy. We don't listen to us. When we got the information, we don't want to give it to us. I don't care about white people.
Yeah.
I don't care about none of them. The reason they come into our neighborhoods and do what they do because we let them and we shop with them. I can't blame the Asian guy. You know why? We let them come in. We'll have our own store and we'll rob our own damn store. Asian guy coming, we won't do nothing to him. Prove me wrong. And I'm not backing them up because I say boycott him too. But prove me wrong. Arab come in the store in the neighborhood, we buying from him, no matter how asshole he is towards us. But our man down the street, he wants to charge extra prices and get mad at us because like, yo, dude, this shit too high. Look at our neighborhood, it's right there. We
I don't
support drugs.
support none of them, mother. I don't support none of them. See, we're a different breed, me and you, because I don't support none of them people in no way, shape, form, or fashion. And I'm not going to get on here. Hold up. I'm not going to get on here and knock my people around here that's busting their asses with their business plans of operating their business, even though they got operating on the wheels or how they do it under tents. Because they have their business plans and they got good customer service and they great people. So you on here making it seem like the people around here in Asheville, black people are not great business people. Hold up, because that's all I'm hearing, and that's not right. Now about the Juneteenth thing. Now, I was on the Juneteenth committee with them when you was trying to tell Red and all of them about what was going on with these people. I was trying to tell them to keep an eye on these people. But the thing was, we wouldn't let them people have their way. So they tricked us out of it. They tricked us out and had the people up there, city council, all them people go against the people of the community, the Hillcrest community, and give it to the Martin Luther King Foundation people who didn't know what they were doing because they never had operated a festival. So no, we had our mind set on the Juneteenth. Juneteenth was right. It wasn't no doggone week-long event. It's a one-day event because that's basically what Juneteenth was, a one-day event. People were free for one day because that next day, them white people right back on their behinds trying to enslave them back. Those they couldn't enslave, they killed. So no, we ain't trying to make it no week-long celebration. A whole lot of people was talking about, well, Juneteenth ain't this, Juneteenth ain't that. No, Juneteenth was the day when the people that was finally in bondage still, when the rest of the South or whatever was free, was still being in bondage, they was free. That's the day they really found out about freedom. And when they hauled ass, that was their day to celebrate, make their money, to get their party on, whatever they wanted to do. That was their day to do it. And I get passionate about that because people don't realize Juneteenth should be every doggone year for us. Whether we celebrate like that or not, it should be every year for us. July the 4th ain't for us. It definitely ain't for us. Our people still out there in the fields picking cotton, getting whipped with whips, and all this kind of stuff. So I know it wasn't for us. But yeah, back to knocking our people. No, it's great people right here in Asheville. I support a whole bunch of them. The people I don't support, there's a reason I don't support them. But the ones that I support them because they're great business people. They got business plans. It's hard to put your business plans into action when you can't get the loans, when you can't get no backing from the city leaders to help you.
That's what he was talking about. He wasn't talking about those. He was talking about the gatekeepers. That's what he was saying. That's pretty much what he was saying. Like we could be our worst enemy in those ways.
But still, like I said, you might have people like the MLK. I'm gonna use them for example because that's what they done. They stepped in there and they gave Juneteenth to the white community here.
Can I say time real quick? Because we have J Bear up and I really need to get to the back one because we went completely off. We went completely off. And I'm kind of thinking we're all kind of saying the same thing, just in different ways. So J Bear, what you got on this?
Well, I want to clear it up because I didn't didn't mean it for it to say it the way I said it.
What did
I
you
don't know
say?
if we talking about the same clip. I was watching the clip where the guy was talking about the history of Asian boycott,
No.
and that because that's what I was talking about. I ain't see the one y'all talking about. I never seen that clip, but I want to say Bosco was right about how, or I think it was Jude and Bosco, when they said when you walk into their franchise, they look at us side on. I mean, you can look at the news and see how they treat us when they shooting our black kids in the back. I mean, how many times they try to rip kids off when you give them a $20 bill and they say, "Oh, you only gave me $1. You got to take it to civil court and go to." I agree what they say, and I don't have nothing to say about it. But I agree with Bosco and G. But I mean, it's been going on for years with them. Like they said, they put them in our black communities for a reason. They won't put them out in them white communities because they was treated like us back in the day. So I mean, we got the right to boycott it because they is getting. I mean, they getting out of hand. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like the business across the street. They don't treat the restaurant across the street where I live at. They treat blacks when they walk in there like we can't afford their food. But majority of them, they getting our money from us. We put you there. We put money in your pockets. But then they look at us because that's what the white people telling them to do to us. You know what I'm saying? So I agree. I agree with him. I mean, I agree with him.
Most of them from other countries, when they come here, they already have a preconceived notion about us that we're going to spend money, regardless of what.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna say this. I don't know if Bosco probably heard of this DVD. It's a DVD called I don't think it's called Rain. It's a DVD out called Color, True Colors, I think. And in that video, they show countries like Africa, Europe. They supposed to watch a video of the United States. And when they watch the video of the United States, they show Compton. They show bad neighborhoods where they don't want them to buy houses to live because they don't want the black people to influence them. There's a video out there. I think it's called True Colors, and it tells you when like them Africans come over here, they put their nose up at you like they better than us. There are videos of them watching that video, and then that's why they buy houses out Owens Mills. They don't buy houses in 33rd, Greenmount, downtown, or any area where it's black city hood. That's what I call it, the hood. They don't buy houses in the hood because they are trained to watch that video. I'm gonna get that video and I'm gonna tell y'all to watch it. There's a video out that they watch before they come over in the United States. The government don't say nothing about that, but there's a video out there. There's a video. I seen that video for myself, and that was like, and they
Make
sit
sure
there
you
and
send
watch
that
it.
to me, J Bay, so I can watch it before I go to the
Yeah,
United States.
I got it. It's on YouTube too, but they actually sit and watch it, and they watch people get killed, and you see their reaction like, I don't want to live there. That's what they trained to do. That's their mentality. You know. So
Can I bring it back to what we were
yes, ma'am.
talking about? So
What up, Key?
one part I think I'm gonna skip because we kind of
What up, JB?
went into one of the parts. So I'm gonna skip that one. With the boycott of Asian businesses, and I'm gonna go back to what I said in the beginning. And with seeing more networking, more people promoting their businesses or promoting other black businesses or wanting to support black businesses. Um, and I think everybody up here touched on like customer service, things like that. I have seen some posts, some groups mentioned that, and they were like, you might see how you see the reels and I'm like quick tips on how to, build your business and all that stuff. Anyway, my thought is, what are your thoughts on, since this has been coming up, you start seeing more black owned businesses like using social media to promote their business to bring people in, and what do you think about their tactics like overall? Jude?
I don't know how I feel, to be honest, y'all, because I just feel like if we're gonna boycott the Asians, then we're gonna have to boycott everybody, because at this point is I mean, it's everybody against the black people. It seems like when it comes to these type of situations, none of our children are safe. None of the kids are safe. That time it was an Asian. Next time it's a black person. The next time it's a white person. Like I'm just we're gonna be boycotting everybody. Is all the black businesses ready to step up? Are we really ready to make this move? That's really the question. That's the question. Are we willing to do what's necessary to take care of our own people? Because one thing all y'all been saying, like, in common too, and what y'all been talking in the last bit of the conversation was everybody support their own people, and that's what we trying. That's where we trying to get. But we, even like on other platforms, we can't get past the point of we got horrible customer service and we don't know how to do business. Now that we know that, not saying we're just us, but now that is like clearly a known fact, I will say I agree with y'all that there are businesses, there are people that are trying to do better and are doing better, and there are people that are taking advantage of uh like I said, the buddy system. Instead of everybody doing the same thing, one person do something, and let's create this network where people gotta come to us.
Oh no, I'm sorry, I'm reading something.
If you know history, that's what China did, and that's how everybody started getting stuff from China. That's the way of the world for real. So we gotta just learn how to do that. We don't stand beside each other because we too, like, we sick of other people. We sick of us too. So that's another thing. It's a lot, man. And the black community probably wait me for this. And I got the throw out, and I'm ready to say this, but I don't think we're ready. We be always talking about it, but we ain't ready. We getting there, but it's not right now for us to be doing like a complete shutout. I'm gonna just use the nails because I know my nail tech is Vietnamese. He's from Vietnam, right? And I got to know him. A lot of people don't even know the different types of Asians that are out here. They don't even know what type of Asians that they want to boycott for real, right? And I know that my friend ain't got nothing to do with any of this, and they are struggling too. And me and him talk about how hard it is for him. And
Vietnamese are down with black people.
You feel me? It's a difference. It's a big difference. But we ain't ready to talk about that yet. We just ready to boycott all Asians. But when I was trying to find a black nail tech, do you know it cost me like $60 more to get a regular nail? And black girls are judgmental because I just want something regular. I just want to be in and out. It was taking me like, I had to book like 4 months in advance. It was so difficult to establish. I had to find this dude, and I taught him to do my nails the way I wanted my nails done. You feel like, I'm just saying. And I'm like with Paul. Don't get me wrong. I like support I got my own black little business going on. You feel me? I be wanting people to support me. Come support me. But it took me some time to know that my audience more so is lesbians and men. I ain't out here trying to get everybody. I'm just
You're
saying.
you're not supposed to try to get everybody, because that's how marketing plans work. Marketing plans are targeted to a specific audience. That's first and foremost. You can find that information on the internet. I studied marketing and PR and communications. So I know how I've written marketing plans. I've written business plans. So I know how they work, because it's very detailed as to what it is that you're trying to accomplish. Who's your target market? Who are you trying to reach? That's what that target market is. Who you are trying to reach. Okay, 18 to 49, African American males, African American females, whoever else come along, that's extra money. But your target market is what it is on that paper. Okay, it's what it is on that goddamn paper. And I don't care if I'm cursing right now, because I know what I'm talking about, because I've written marketing plans for people and they were successful. I've written business plans for people, help people write business plans, and I told them what to put into it. And they got grants, they got loans from the banks and all that. Now, with black businesses, the problem is we rely on white capital to fund the businesses. Okay? Let me repeat that. We rely on white capital, white money.
Wait a minute, somebody got something in the background that's on while Q talking. I'm sorry, go ahead, Q.
We rely on white capital. We go to the white banks to get our businesses funded, right? And they come with a lot of stipulations. Okay? That means if you don't come up with X, Y, and Z per month to pay off this debt, they can take over your business and shut it down. That means they have some sort of vested interest in it if they're loaning you money. All right? It's all about economics. It's always all about economics. This country has been an economic ghost chamber for the longest. Okay, well, we had Black Toast, had our black communities, had the black communities, right? We were self-sufficient until what? What happened? Some of the white people got mad. Oh, they're doing better than us. Let's burn their stuff down.
Hold on, before you get too far away from something, can I add on to something that you said when you was talking about a marketing plan and a business plan? Before you get to all of that, if we want to really share with people to how to do it the right way, before you can do a marketing plan, do your research on what type of business that you want first, so that you know what it is you're getting yourself into, so that you can determine who your audience is going to be, or who you want to reach. So I think it's important to let people know, don't just jump out there and be like, okay, I'm gonna do this. No, research the business, see if there are any trends. Like, what's the high point, what's the low point, what's the good season, what's the bad season. Okay, what are the best platforms for this? And actually, how much money will it take to start this up? Whether it's, if you're going into something where you know you need to purchase product, price around, see how much it is, see how much wholesale prices is. Do your research, do your due diligence. You cannot do an effective business plan because your business plan comes before your marketing plan.
That part.
So you want to make sure that you do your research so that you can do a good business plan. Once you get your business plan done, then you can do your marketing plan, because that's how you're going to execute and implement how you're going to do it, so that you can start to see some type of revenue. And it's also the one thing I like to highlight with people is understand your dry season. You don't initially see money. Pretty much you just doing what you gotta do to get it afloat. Some people don't see money for like years. For it's like you be in the red for the longest time before you in the black.
Takes 3 to 5 years before you turn a profit. Sometimes longer.
Yeah, depending on you. That's why I said just know your trends and see if you can see if you can, if that's something that you want to do. Because sometimes you can still start it up. You might just need to do a slow startup. Maybe do like a little, a dry run, or seeing when the best time to start up. And that can go into your research. Like it may not, summertime may not be good. Maybe fall could be good. Something like that. So just do your research and do your due diligence. Um, Bosco or Jay, y'all got anything on that?
Nah.
No.
Paul,
I forgot what you was talking about because we didn't. What were you talking about?
we was talking about. I was saying give thoughts on what it stemmed from. How do y'all? What's your thoughts on the actions that like many Black communities are taking now, as far as like networking amongst each other, and how to like pretty much slowly but surely trying to take back control of the Black dollar, like how they're networking, how they're using social media. Um, like for instance, an example, I see more Black businesses popping up on my social media feeds than I've ever had seen before. So yeah, stuff like that.
For instance, I don't know if you're familiar with Shirt Kings.
Well, who?
Shirt Kings.
No.
All right. Back in the late 80s, early 90s, Shirt Kings was a popular brand, right? You would have a airbrush painting of either Bugs Bunny and Tasmanian Devil or of yourself on a shirt. That's hip hop culture. I was thinking about bringing that back because I really would like to see that come back because it was a sense of pride there. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know why. I don't know what happened to it. I don't know why it disappeared. Because I was like, yo, I want to get my, I would say I'm arrogant somewhat. I want to get my face on the shirt. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm in the process of doing the whole mask thing because I took one of them pictures and I did it in AI, and I was like, I'm gonna put this on a hoodie, a shirt, or whatever. But I'm gonna come up with a business plan first and then a marketing plan because a lot of people are like, yo, you should make that your brand. I'm like, really? I should? I'll say, yeah, I could, but I don't know how that would work out. But that's something that I could try to do. I was like, you got to diversify as well. You have to learn to diversify, not just do just the shirts. You can do patches on pants.
Mm-hmm.
You could do stickers, things of that nature.
What you mean stickers? Like like the stencil?
No, stickers that you could put on like a notebook or something. You know how you used to have a notebook back in the day when you was in school, you had all these little stickers on there.
How would you do that on clothes?
That's simple. That's simple.
Oh, I'm intrigued. Like I'm really asking, like how that work?
How does that work? That's an effective. That's a marketing tool.
Oh.
That's a marketing tool. Hell, what do presidents do? What did the presidents do back in the day? They gave you bumper stickers to put on your book.
Oh! You mean like give out stickers like for promo? No, okay. I misunderstood because I'm gonna tell you what I thought you were saying. I thought you were saying to put the stick like you was gonna make some clothes or something with shirt.
No, like
that's all. Like, how's gonna stay on there?
No, I said like for me, what I was gonna do, like for instance, you see this right here.
Mm-hmm.
You know who that is, right?
Yeah, what's his name? That's the
Leonidas.
Yes.
No,
it's
the rapper MF Doom.
Oh, I thought
MF Doom.
And I'm thinking of a movie character.
Nope, it's the rapper MF Doom.
Who is he? He from New York.
Yeah, and he lived here in Atlanta, and then he died over in London. A lot of people, I get people coming up to me, yo, where you get the Doom shirt from? I don't tell them where I got it from. I let them try to figure that out. I'm not gatekeeping because I don't want everybody walking around thinking that they can just wear that and don't understand what it actually means, right? Because I'm all about meaning. Like, and if you notice that about me, there's certain shirts that I will not wear. Period. Like I see like a lot of people like Transformers, right? I love the Transformers. I will never ever wear a Decepticon shirt because that pays homage to the crew in Brooklyn.
Okay.
I'm not a Brooklynite. I'm a Bronx dude. All right. I respect the Decepticons. I respect them. If I go to New York and I wear a Decepticon shirt and I go to Brooklyn, guess what could happen to me? Because they still are around. They're older, but they still are around.
Hey, Q, wasn't that in the movie Beat Street?
No.
It was in a movie, wasn't it?
Nope.
Cause we gotta get
No.
back on track. Back on track.
They weren't. They were not. They were never in a movie. They were never in a movie. Those Decepticons came in the late 80s, early 90s, really early 90s, right? Because they all started at Erasmus Hall in Brooklyn Tech, and they were like bored kids. They were like very highly intelligent kids that got bored, and they started committing crimes. So they decided they click up. They would go to various places in Brooklyn. And I remember one time I was in a club and lights went out. I think I forgot where I was, and I was somewhere in Manhattan. I was with a buddy of mine. And I always, when I used to go to the clubs, I would always be hanging out by the exit because I never knew what would pop off with a bunch of us in there.
Hold on, time out. Can I ask a question? And then we can, because I only got two more, and then we can get back to it. Do y'all think, hold on, do y'all think that the boycott will continue or it will be short-lived?
Short-lived?
Short-lived.
Short-lived. Paul?
I say short-lived too.
I think Jude stepped away. J-Bear?
I'm here. I'm sorry.
Short.
Short. Do you think the boycott will be short-lived or something that'll be ongoing?
Who you asking that to me?
Everybody else answered. You
Oh. I think it's gonna be I think it's gonna run its course like everything else, because this is not the first time we have boycotted things and people going back to Target. I've never been a Target person, but I see black people going to Target. You know, people got needs for things. Don't be mad at me if y'all see me go see my guy. I'm be honest with y'all. I'm probably gonna make the black community mad.
Hold that thought, because you about to answer this last question, and then we're gonna have an open forum because it's one thing that I do want to clear up. Give your thoughts. Oh no. Wait a minute. No, I said I'm gonna skip that one. Well, you can finish that one, but then go into this one because I think I skipped the question with that because it got a little, Give your thoughts on what outcome you would like to see from this boycott movement. But finish what you were saying because I forgot I said I was going to skip that
question. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I'm back and forth about it in my head. I probably order some stuff and try to do my own. I'm talking about my nails for real because I need my hands. My hands hurt for real. It's about that time, and I know a lot of people have been gravitating to. A lot of people have been, in general, just not outside of boycotting like the Asian community with this. A lot of people been, boycotting like just the horrible business in general, or people doing hate crime towards the black community. Your business will get boycotted for real if you do some stuff, anything to black person. But to unalive a young black person, and then the country, the jury, the court system, everybody failed the system is bigger than, in my opinion, is bigger than just the Asian community, because it wasn't just Asian jurors who found him not guilty. as a people, like we need to be strategic about what we're doing. But I would like to see, a movement happen, for some justice towards, what happened, the wrongful sentencing of the crime. But I don't feel like it's going to last long, because none of the protests that happened really last that long. They are mentioned, later on when other things happen, but they don't really like it's like they don't really last forever. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think I said that right.
Okay. Uh, Bosco, as you've been quiet, what's your thoughts? What outcome would you like to see?
Well, I like it to make an impact, but I'll say it again, it ain't gonna happen. I think it's gonna be short lived, like everything else. I think we proved that we could boycott and make a difference with Target. So I know we can do it.
Hmm.
But if it's something like that, I'm not gonna say anymore. I'll just say no. I I like to see impact, but my previous comments about how I feel are the same thing about the boycott. It's a waste of time because, like Jude said, there's gonna be times you gotta go and get something, and you got some agents who act like it's just some agents that are actually welcoming, and I wouldn't, and I just that's all I got. That's all I got.
I go
What I
some. Oh,
different then I'll think different.
I go some and go last. I do. My outcome. I don't think I answered first the other one. Realistically, I think it will be short lived. What I would like to see, I would like to be proven wrong, and that it would be something long term. I do agree that our communities have a pattern of starting off strong, making a change, and then as soon as we see a change, we let go. Like it's like almost like see what we can do, but we just don't stick to it. And it's the sticking to it that always kick us in the butt, and then we end up right back in the same rabbit hole that we was just in. Um, I think our community, I think once we really understand, I think we see it, we know it, but I don't think we really get it, how powerful we are as a community. I think that's the part that people are missing, and just gotta stick to something. Let's go, Paul. You and me.
Okay, there. Yeah, I'm not going to be in disagreement with nothing nobody else says, because the impact that it needs to make should have been one that's been made. That's all I'm gonna say. It should have been made.
Hmm.
People that get past the prejudice of each other, distrust of each other. If I if I'm gonna deal with somebody, regardless of their skin color, if you're not gonna treat me right, I'm not gonna give you my money.
Hmm.
If you're not gonna support me, I'm not, ain't no way in the world I'm gonna keep supporting you. I can't do it. I don't care who you are. Black, white, Chinese, Haitian, Indian, Japanese. I mean, I don't care. Whoever you are. But the impact should have been made. We need to start, like you say, you gotta have a goal. You gotta have a place to go. It's one thing you want to boycott something and you ain't got nowhere to go, but we just gonna stop doing it. We're gonna just boycott, then what? Okay. You gotta have a bigger picture in mind. You gotta have a bigger picture in mind. But yeah, it should make an impact, because like you say, you seeing more people, our people networking on social media, on all the platforms. They networking, which is good, and they purchasing from each other, which is good. You don't want to just purchase from anybody. You don't want to just network with anybody. But we can we can make an impact. we can definitely make an impact.
Yeah. Let's go Q and then J Bear, and then I'll open up the open forum. Q, your answer.
I mean, he nailed it. Paul nailed it. I got nothing else to say about that.
Okay. J Bear.
Yeah, I agree with Paul.
All right. All right. So something new we're gonna do open forum. Well, not new, but new. Open forum. We kind of had it throughout, but it's okay. Um, Something I wanted to say because I think everybody was touching on, I think, great points for people who are maybe thinking about starting a business or having a business. And when Bosco first joined the show, and it was just me and him, one thing we had started doing was supporting small business shows. And one thing that we will hop on was customer service, research, information, how to network. And we always would talk about also the whole gatekeeping thing because our community is great with that. And we have this, not all of us, a lot of us have this, I had to go through it, so you got to go through it mentality type thing. And I think that's one thing that hold us back. And ex- being a person that experienced that can be discouraging. It could be whatever. And I think something that we used to mention, I think especially in our very early shows, but so correct me if I'm wrong, would be we gotta stop doing that because we can't assume that everybody just know because we may know. And we're not saying hold somebody's hand all the way through it and being like that, but just like kind of pointing people in the right direction. So for me, so sorry, Q, I apologize. I got a little in my feelings. Not in my feelings, but passionate because I experienced that and I know what that's like. And one thing, and I tell anybody that's in the business, if you successful, you have something to work, you don't have to hold nobody's hand. But when it comes to business, it's enough out here that we can all grow, we can all be successful. But if you have some information, why hold on to it? Why be like, well, just you should have known it. Just go there. And sometimes even in doing the research, what we touched on today, sometimes you can point the person in the area to get the research, and that could mean that little one piece of information could be, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh my god, I can't believe I'm having a brain fart. Could be a key factor, or I know that's not the word, but we can just go with key factor. A key factor into where they do. And they might it might point them in, because once you start your research, it starts to put you into other directions. Your mind start thinking, and you start coming up with more ways. And then and also just social circles and things like that is also important. But that's what I meant when I say like the whole gatekeeping thing. And yeah, we know a lot of stuff is out there, but sometimes some people don't know where to go. And I think we should also be mindful of that. We also gotta educate each other. It may be some things that Judah's knowledgeable and I have no freaking clue. I can learn from her. But I think even with that being said, if the person is not willing to receive it or is teachable, don't push it. You try it. So that's what I got. Anybody else got anything else? You can talk about whatever. You can have a rebuttal, anything. Or y'all like,
Mouth now.
hmm?
So everybody got the cotton mouth now. I think it. I think. I think we're doing better though. I really do. Like y'all said, I think we're doing better. We just gotta have people that trust other people. We gotta trust. That's our thing. We don't trust each other. Bosco and them said it right. We are our own worst enemy, because we don't trust each other. Everybody that I've seen try to get together and get bigger as a group, they can't do it because they don't trust each other for one reason or another. It might be because you may have too many chiefs and not enough followers. I didn't want to say the other word because I didn't want nobody saying I was being racist, but not enough followers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, it would be a beautiful thing because I know how it was when I grew up as a kid, and it'd be nice to see that again. But I doubt if I see it in this lifetime.
J-Bear,
I'm good. I don't got nothing to say today.
you about to get dropped. Jude.
Hey, listen, my man, the true Raven, he sitting over there. He being good. He ain't do nothing. You know, I got your back, the true Raven. You see, I got my hat on. You know, since this open forum, I just want to say I wasn't even going to wear this hat today. I was going to wear my Baltimore hat. And then when I turned the camera on, I seen Q had his hat on. I said, oh, I'm wearing my hat.
Well, see, I always wear my hat, Jude.
I got my Oregon hat on.
Listen, I
Well,
know that.
You're not camed up, and I thought I told you don't come up here and not be camed up.
Listen, I know that, but
Everywhere I go,
I just
everywhere I go,
you,
look, everywhere I go, this hat is always on me, or something New York Giants is always on me. That's just who I am because
listen. So I said all that to say, you know, what I learned from Q over observation is if I really want to call myself one of the most ultimate of ultimate fans in the nation, I gotta make sure I represent. I do carry some Raven shit with me every day, all day. They in my car, they on my keys, you feel me, all that. But now I'm making sure, Q, that no matter what.
yeah, because
I
wouldn't even say.
look good.
Hold on, Q, real quick, because we're gonna hold her. What's the word Bosco like to use? Accountability. So remember last season, she did the same goddamn thing. Sorry for cursing. If y'all,
I didn't wear a hat. I wore my shirt.
Hold on, we can hold you accountable in this upcoming season. So do you remember Jude rocking her Ravens gear damn near every show during the season? But when they lost, did you see Jude in that shirt? No.
Y'all didn't see me in it, but I wore my shit every Purple Friday to work.
That ain't what we talking about. If you go represent, this is the same way how you said it. We want to see that same thing.
I got a question though, Coco. Hold on. I got a question.
You said you ain't got nothing to say, and I just told you I was going to drop you. Don't try to get into it.
Hold on.
You said about a topic.
You about to go on me. So we are holding. This don't concern you. We are going.
No. He is a Ravens fan like myself. We is on the same team. He is my teammate.
He said he got nothing to say, so he said he on me. We gonna hold him accountable for wearing this either this hat or something.
Listen, it got to go with my outfit though. Hold on. I got to say that. I will have. I'm going to make me. I gotta make me a piece. I might even make a bracelet. I don't know. I'm gonna make me something, an everyday piece. I keep hearing. Oh, they lighting fireworks. They lighting fireworks outside. You know, I'm sick of that. Let's talk about that. First of all, the 4th of July, Labor Day, Independence Day, all the whatever days that requires y'all to bring fireworks out is a single day. Bring back the time where we knew not to do that shit all week. I don't want to hear y'all popping fireworks all week. That's the whole point. You know, I never thought that when I was going to get older, this is what people was going to be out there doing. This is my peers out there as adults with their children lighting fireworks all week. The holiday ain't all week. This ain't even our holiday. Why is y'all still y'all ain't even light fireworks all week at the Juneteenth? What's going
People wasn't
on?
even really celebrating Juneteenth.
I told you what they done in Juneteenth. Yeah. But
Black people
Bosco
just
was right.
I think
Bosco was right. 'Cause he told people I that's how I met y'all and came on by being on the show by meeting Bosco by then about the Juneteenth thing because see, he was telling the truth and see I was trying to hold stuff together too and listen to that and try to share with them that we can't let these people get to hold this thing. They got it because we didn't want to play the game. The guy that was over the thing, he didn't want to play the game with him, which I can't blame him. I mean, playing the game with these people, letting them take the thing, but they tricked him. They had, oh, we got to have a vote because we can't have the same people, blah, 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 doing that. But no, y'all thought y'all going to make a big money make out of it by having a week-long event leading up from the Juneteenth to July the 4th. You want to connect two events that have nothing to do with each other. You want to try to monetize Juneteenth for a whole week and hope that whole little spirit will carry on over into July 4th. And it ain't working. But you put it in the hands of the people that you thought was capable of delivering y'all's plans, which they had because the first Juneteenth y'all had, it was a shooting. The next one had down at the bottom of the Lexington with the downtown at the 5 crowd, which was all about beer drinking and two-step music and all that kind of stuff.
Well, you know what changed with Juneteenth though? Juneteenth was more of a thing before it became a way a way for capitalism. Because when it was just Juneteenth and it was just acknowledged by us, and then you start seeing people making the shirts and doing whatever, they start seeing how much money was being made, and everybody. Then all of a sudden, when they made it a holiday, and you could be off, and when you start seeing the shirts in like Walmarts and all kinds of other stores, it mm, I think that did something to people.
Yeah, because
They shouldn't have done that, and we just still should keep going to the black businesses and getting the stuff.
Yeah.
It shouldn't have stopped nothing. You know what happened? It was seasonal, like everything else in the damn communities. It was seasonal. Everybody was on the bandwagon because, oh yeah, a lot of people were just finding out about Juneteenth. A lot of people didn't even know nothing about it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was.
It was
they've
trendy.
been celebrating Juneteenth here in Asheville, over in Hillcrest. It's like I said.
Listen,
Yeah, but you're in a more
true.
southern state. But those like deep southern states that I mean, from what I read, they were like celebrating it like all the time. But when it really became like this widespread thing, it was okay. And then I feel like once it started becoming like this capitalist thing, it was a hot mess.
It was taught in some schools, and I learned that in I think high school because I took an African American history class. Just like Bosco know the slave name, but it wasn't Betsy Ross didn't create the American flag, but they tell you it's fiction and you can't Google it. But it wasn't Betsy Ross.
Just like they took off the first black pope. You can't look up that on the first pope was actually African American. And you can't
Yeah, because there were three black popes. One of them's name's Galatius.
But you know you can't find it online now. That's what they almost tried to put. Remember, I don't know if you remember keeping up.
Galatius.
Yeah,
Like
Galatius.
that name.
And it was 3 because I remember that's when they tried to put my youngest son in school. When he was going to school, he had a teacher, and I had to go up there. They're gonna try to say my son was being disruptive and not listening because he told that lady, "You can't teach me about me," and he mentioned the first. It was like Black History Month or whatever. So he gave that little nugget, and I'm like, "Well, he right. So what you mean? Like you get what I mean?" So anyway, long story short, so back then you could pull it up because I did, and it was right there on your local Google. But today you can't Google it. It's taken down. So when they say stuff be on the internet forever, that's a lot. And you pick and choose what they want to leave up there.
Actually, it is still on there.
I looked it up and it wasn't on there. Let me see.
That's on there. You just have to. You got to dig. You just got to dig deeper because number one.
How you spell Galatius? What's his name?
Galatius.
How you spell that?
Glacius.
See, yeah, all I had to do was put up the first pope back then, and it brought up the black guy, right?
No, Jude. It's GEL Pope Galatius, because I found it.
Because now it say if you look up who was the first, when they say the first ever, they try to say it's Saint Peter. That's a lie.
No, he was the third pope because Pope Galatius was the third pope of African descent. While some refer him as the Black Pope due to his North African Berber or Roman African roots.
So he was Galatius 3? Because I'm about to say they got Galatius 1.
He was good. They got Galatius 1. There were 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
There were 3 of them. Because I'm looking right at it through Google right now.
No, but put in the first pope and look who will pop up. Who was the first pope?
Yeah, I found them.
They always get some extra credit. That's how it goes.
It will pop up, but now when you put that in, because like, you know, if I ain't have a Q in my life to tell me, and I try to just put in who was the first, no, just put in who was the first pope. It lists none of the black ones. You gotta, yeah.
Pope Saint Victor was
the first. Like, hey, Google.
Pope Saint Victor I was the first black pope because he was a native of the Roman province of Africa. Because Rome, remember, modern day Libya, when Rome conquered northern Africa, when they had that territory, that's Pope Saint Victor I was the very first black pope.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they took all of that stuff down. Should I unmute J Bear now?
Yeah, free J Bear. Free J Bear.
Yeah,
free J Bear.
It's okay. I'll be in that basement again.
My cup right here.
That's not what cup I'm talking about.
Oh, this is a Patriot cup too. That's what you meant? Because I can go get the other one. It's right there in the cabinet.
No, retire
I just washed it. I use it all the time. Don't play
that
with
was
me.
that was the last year at Patriots.
Don't nobody want to see that.
I mean, please feel free that you can always give me another one.
I'll get you a purple one.
No, I will not, and that'll be right in the trash.
Get you a purple one. Well, okay, we ain't talking football. I can't talk football, y'all. I gotta stay.
No, we're talking about the Black Pope. Do you know anything about the Black Pope?
Yeah, he a nice guy.
Like, back on me. Anyway, go ahead, Q, because he be on mute all the time.
That's you got put back on mute, my goddamn. What were we talking about? The Black Pope?
Yeah.
I gotta look him up.
I think those are like facts that, like, especially when my kids was in school, and when it came to history, I always made sure that they would know about their own history as well, you know, and things like that. So it's conversations like this, I feel like, is needed because a lot of people really don't know.
Well, they don't know because they've been indoctrinated with white supremacy.
Mm-hmm.
And
bingo.
And they've been indoctrinated with white supremacy. That's why you won't hear about Pope Galatius. You won't hear about Pope Saint Victor I.
Mm-hmm.
You would never hear about them. Hell, even the Roman Catholic Church they don't acknowledge them because of the white supremacist nature of the papacy. Right? Now, that stuff is coming to light, and even in Russia, they found the Black Madonna, and it's black people all over Russia, right? And I went to school with a black Russian, and when I first met him, his name was Loxy. I'll never forget it. Big dude, hulk of a dude. I was like, "Yo, you from Russia, right?" He was like, "Yeah, from Moscow." I was like, the fuck out of here. There's black people in Moscow, but I was wrong. He was like, yeah, it's more of us than you think. Because we all went to Africa, you know, because remember, communism in Russia, they allow Africans to migrate there to go to school. They went to college there. Mm-hmm. That's how they got educated, and that's how they started populating. I would say repopulating. In predominantly, quote unquote, white Caucasian territories. right? There's a lot of black Russians there. I saw a documentary on YouTube about it because I looked it up. I type in, are there black Russians? Are there black Russians in Russia? And it gave me a whole slew of videos. I tell people all the time, YouTube is an excellent resource for if you want to know certain things. But most people, what do most people do with YouTube? They either go on there to watch videos or they go in there to try to figure out what side hustles are the hottest. They don't want to learn history. I'm a history buff. I love history. I love history. History is one of my favorite subjects in school.
Hey Q, you want to hear something funny?
What's that?
I failed history. For me to be as much of a history buff, I failed history because I knew it was all cat growing up. See, because we learned American history, and as an adult, I learned that they kept a lot of stuff out, and they taught you history depending on your region. Because it's a lot of stuff that we learned living here in Maryland because we are closer to up north, and y'all had your way of education and thinking up there, and then down in the south, deeper the southern you got, they ain't really want to teach nobody anything.
I'll tell you why that is. I'll tell you why that is. Okay, you ever heard of that thing called the Mason-Dixon line?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
okay.
we the first state right under it, they say.
Right, you're the first state right under it, because after Pennsylvania, that's when you cross over to Mason-Dixon.
Yeah.
That separates north from south. Okay, you got to remember, Maryland was a slave state.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yoba?
That's what I was telling. Was it before doing? I was explaining to Paul, like even some places or like mall areas or strip malls here, and even in Baltimore, they still have laws tied to
yep.
properties where you cannot sell anything to a black person. And a lot of people don't know it's there. So when we say why we can't have, because they literally can't, because it's a law that prohibits you from buying anything in these, and it's more than what you know. Me and Paul was talking about it offline. I was telling him, look into that, because that could be something that's there that's prohibiting black people from having certain businesses or whatever in these areas, because a lot of these laws from like 1860, early 19, when all of that stuff was popping, is still literally in place, whereas though, okay, we'll rent to you and take your money, but you can't own it. But with what was that docu-series? We need more docu-series like it was actually really good. Was it Hidden Colors? What was it called? I know you know.
Yeah, I think it was Hidden Colors.
I like that one. That was actually.
I don't know. I just knew that when I was in school, the history just this. They took. I mean, we knew about the slavery stuff because they made sure we knew that.
Yeah.
I don't know too many places that had a place like the Black Wax Museum. Used to take elementary school kids to see the slave ship.
Yeah, like the reason why they did that, they was systematic. The reason why they did that is because they wanted to make sure that you knew that you didn't have any culture other than that.
I get that, but that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, when I got older, though, I didn't, because, I like the history that they was trying to teach. Now that I have the opportunity to now, like how you were saying, like YouTube and all that, I can educate myself. A lot of people are now taking advantage of that. It's just what they choose to do with it. More people are, because people feel cheated. Mm-hmm. A lot of people taking advantage of going to college. More people, especially black people, taking advantage of going to college and taking education serious. And I do know here, I know I was giving black businesses grief, but I know here, like, I can't think of that guy, because I feel like that he don't get enough credit. And I think it's like the second show to mention. He opened up that youth center to help the young boys learn how to like build houses, and they built the center themselves, like the community, the little kids from around the community, and he taught them how to do those things, like him and his team of people. So I feel like we start doing more of that and start building our communities back up, then we'll be ready to start doing what we're saying. the boycott and the stop going into other people's business, supporting our own. Because not only did we invest in this community, we built it back up ourselves, and we hiring and bringing up the younger people to work in there.
You know what though? You know what's also prevalent? There were 3 presidents before George Washington.
Yes, there were. And also to piggyback a little bit on what Jude said, because it made me think. Bosco has sent me this video, and was it you, Bosco, the Roland Martin one? Yeah, I think it was. It was a video of Roland Martin, and he had this young guy on there, and the young guy had started. He was talking about, like, giving back to his community, starting a school, and all kinds of other stuff, right? And Roland Martin was like trying to overtalk him, because he was pretty much saying like he's starting to give back to his community and uplift the community by doing certain things. So Roland Martin was like, "Well, what are you doing?" Oh, that's nothing big. I'm like, that's freaking amazing to take your own money, to take a group of children and teach them. And they're going to remember that and pay it forward. That's how you pour into your community. And for this man to sit here and act like you so much for the African American community, and you sat there and tried to make that man look crazy for doing something great in his community.
I don't deal with Roland Martin. I don't like him too high.
I don't either. But when he sent me that, I was like, "What in the world?" I said, "He get on my in there." I think it was
no Roland Martin tells the truth. That's why a lot of people don't like him.
Well, I didn't like him in that moment because I didn't like how he did that.
He tells it, but he's telling it like it is. He's pro-black, believe it or not. He's very pro-black, believe it or not. I follow Roland Martin. He's very pro-black because he grew up in Prairie View, Prairie View, Texas. He's from Texas, and I think he's a standing member of Omega Psi Phi, if I remember correctly, or Phi Beta Sigma, one of the black fraternities. But he's a very prevalent voice in the black community. But black people don't take him seriously because they don't know they're still walking around, blind with hands covered over their eyes. Oh, you can't say that. Oh my God, you can't say that. You know what I mean? That's the problem, right? When you try to educate your own are going to tear you down. It's going back to what Paul said. You got to watch out for your own whenever you're trying to do something for your own. You got to watch out. That's the main reason why we don't have nothing now, because we tear each other down. White man can't tear us down. We tear each other down.
I agree. And that's what he tried to do in that man. And see, and like some stuff I seen him, and I even told Bosco, I was like, I said, he just made me lose all little social media respect that I had for him, because usually he going at people, but to do that, and I was so happy that young man did not allow him to do his loud talking and take away from his message and his point.
And I seen him do a couple people like that.
And Roland looked completely idiotic because he was like, "Well, what are you doing? What are you doing for your community?" So the man was like, "What I actually did was I took my money, purchased the building, and he, did all of this other stuff." And he was just sitting there like, But I did not like that at all. I didn't. All right. So the last 2-3 minutes.
J-Man. Well, I'm going to get 3 minutes, y'all. That's best.
If you say anything about the Ravens, watch me drop. You already got my finger on the button.
Well, where Bosco go?
His phone died.
Oh, man. I got 3 minutes to say what I want to say.
No, actually,
you got 2.
You have one. You have one.
One now? God, well, I'm going to just say the Giants suck and Patriots suck.
So,
watch your mouth.
Good night,
we still got more Super Bowls than the Ravens do. Okay,
it don't matter.
But this is the same person. I should have left him up here. Matter of fact, let me put him back up here.
Oh,
Yeah. So he was standby.
Oh, hold on, where he go?
I'm
What's
right
There you
here.
go.
funny to me is I'm gonna take this 1 minute. I ain't even gonna take the whole minute. What's funny to me is how you get up here and boast like you a diehard Ravens fan. When you
I
get
love
on,
my Ravens.
use a lie. Because every time you get on social media when they
I
lose,
love them.
you always down talk them and you quit your own
How?
team.
How do I down talk them?
The next one that you
J-Bear never change. We always
This,
gonna talk shit.
hey, she can't bring back up stuff from last year.
no, I'm gonna do it this year because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna screen record it and then I'm gonna put
When?
it here. And as soon as you say something about some Raven anything, I'm gonna push play.
I'm going to New York next week. I'm going to see Hardball.
You ain't going to see no Harbaugh. Shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Any,
Shut up. Stop it. Shut
any,
up.
with that being said, I think this is
Oh no.
a lot of important things were said tonight. I think if you are a business owner, I think you have some things to consider for your business of how you may project and how you can bring people in of what not to do. Because all of those things have been listed. If you are a business owner and your business is successful, you still may have got some tips of what you could maybe do and improve on, or maybe where to look and where to go. So, with that being said, we thank everybody for tuning in, watching, all that good stuff, and we will see you guys on Monday.
Peace.